welcome back to my YouTube channel. And as we have gone through my videos, I have already covered the on-page and the off-page SEO. Okay, so if you want to watch those videos, or if you haven't gone through those videos, you can just find the link to those videos on my description and in the I button as well. So just a quick overview of our SEO, on page, off page, and technical, as I already mentioned in the introduction video as well. So if you want to know what are the things that I'm going to cover in this tutorial, so you can just go through my introduction video and you will be getting to know what are the things that I'm going to cover. So on page, you all know like what are the techniques, like title, description, whatever a user can experience while he lands on a web page, okay, on a website. So those are on page, and there are so many techniques, or so many criterias, or so many pointers, or you can say so many things that we need to, a web developer or a website need to follow to to increase the user experience, right? So next week, coming to off-page SEO, as I already told you, off-page is simply like whatever is off the page, link building technique, or link building things. So we can do it by email marketing as well, by social networking sites, blogging, blog directory submissions, link baiting, video marketing, local listings, question answer, forum submission, guest posting, content marketing. Okay, these are all the pointers, and article submission, image submissions, and search engine submission, directory submissions. Okay, so this is how we can get a lot of backlinks, or you can say users from different websites, we can get them to our website to experience. So these are the things on the basis of which the search engine ranks a website. Okay, he find out the quality, the user timing, how much the user is spending time on the website. All those things are being calculated. Like, there are a lot of criteria of search engine. Okay, so these are the basic things. Till now, all the digital marketers, or all the SEO analysts are following. Okay, so next is coming as the technical SEO. Okay, so in this we are just going to work on like what is technical SEO. So as you already know, technical simply means this is something related to you can say coding. Okay, something related to your duplicacy of the page, some technical things. Okay, so technical things in the sense, those are not up to that you are going to code or you are going to do all those things. You just need to follow the process. Everything is available. Okay, so you just need to go ahead and follow the process. All right. So first, specify a preferred domain. All right, specify a preferred domain. That simply means if you are into nutritional business, if you are into educational business, if you are into any kind of service providing business, if you are into any kind of electronics, or if you are into e-commerce. Okay, so you have to choose a name according to that. Now you cannot choose a nutritional business as in, I have a nutritional business, let us think, and I am going to buy a domain. Okay, so I have to think about what should be my domain name. Either I can make it my personal one, either I can make it Abhi's Nutrition Secrets.com. Okay, or abhisheknutritions.com. Otherwise, Nutrition Secrets, that is a domain which has been already purchased by Neil Patel. Okay, so we have to think about the domain, so which will be more related to the area that you are into. Okay, and apart from that, try to buy a old domain which was already there from a long time, and its license has been expired. Okay, what you can do, you can just, if you want to buy a old domain, because old domains are mostly preferred in SEO. Okay, so what we can do, go to expired domains. If you can just expireddomains.net, we can go there and we will be able to find out a lot of domains which are already expired. Okay, so I can just search for any kind of nutrition. Okay, so I will be getting all those things. Okay, so which are available and which are not available, we can see and we can find it out and we can buy it. Otherwise we can take the domain. All right, so this is how we can find a domain. So apart from that, we have to optimize the robots.txt. So now after domain, once you buy a domain, once you design your website, everything is done. Okay, I'm just giving an overall idea. So you have completely designed your websites, it's completely done, all the things are available, your catalog, your blogs or your products, whatever you want to do, your forms. Okay, everything is available now what you have to do, developer has to create a page in the name of your website domain /robots.txt. Okay, so what it does, it allows actually, okay, it allows all the search engines, okay, to crawl your website. Or if you want some of your pages not to be crawled by the search engine, like if you don't want your customers accounts, okay, their profile, their personal wherever they are saving their card numbers and all, okay, so those things if you don't want the search engine to crawl, you can just block them. Okay, so how it looks like, I'm just going to show you. Okay, we are going to just search for robots.txt. Okay, so you can just find it here, supports in search console. Okay, so what is this, you will be able to find out. So whenever you are going to write a robot.txt, so there are few format, okay, which I am going to show you. All right, so here in notepad, so first is robots.txt, where what you have to do, you are going to allow all the websites. Okay, user agent star. Okay, allow, if I'll keep it blank, it is fine, that means it is allowing everyone. Okay, slash. Okay, and now if I am just writing the same, okay, or disallow no one, this both of them have same. Okay, user agent means all the search engines, okay, so your website, your user agent is allowing all the search engines to crawl all your pages. Okay, they will crawl all your pages. This also simply means they are all search engines. Okay, user agent means search engines. Okay, disallow, no pages are disallowed. Okay, now if I will just write down, I can write both of them anywhere. Okay, disallow slash, if I want the search engine not to crawl the accounts, okay, it will not crawl. Disallow, like these are some of the you can say URLs are there in my website. So I just need to find out this accounts, whichever the URLs have this word account, okay, have this word profile, it will not crawl all of them. Okay, so apart from that, if I want to disallow to crawl any folder, if I have a folder in my website, so I can do that. If I want the user agent to disallow any of the pictures, so I can take the source of the pictures, otherwise I can take the URL or inspect the element, I can take the elements URL and I can put it there. Okay, the location I can put it there. So apart from that, finally what we have to do, we just need to provide the sitemap URL over here. Okay, always remember, you just have to www dot, let's say your website is xxx.com slash, this might be your sitemap URL, so you just have to mention this one. Okay, so this is how a robot.txt works. If this is all about robot.txt. So now what we are going to do is optimize your URL structure. Amazon mobiles and computers. Okay, I'll go to power banks. So what you can see here, it is available, but they have given some kind of things that if a user wants to read this, he will not be able to read. Can you understand anything by reading all those things? After Amazon.in, you will not be able to understand, right? So this is one of the drawbacks. But as you are starting your own business or any of the business it might be, if you are putting something for tracking purpose, because they are tracking this something, that is why they have given this kind of special characters, numbers, and the letters which are not actually readable by a human. Okay, so now whatever you are searching, so if I have a website in e-commerce, so what I will do, I will just put like this /powerbank. Otherwise I can put this, because this is simple, a user can easily understand. This is actually one of the best thing. If you are not tracking something, if you are going to track, then you can use those characters after this. Whatever you want to track or whatever you want to do, you can do here, and there is no issues. So in the end you should use. Okay, this is how a URL should be. So navigation and site structure. So navigation and site structure is simply as this word only provides navigation. If I am going to, let it be abhitrainingpoint.com. Okay. So navigation simply means, can you see, this is the navigation, right? These are the navigation, locations, courses, placements. So from here I can navigate to any of the pages. Apart from that, if you find here, if you go there to the down, you will find sitemap over here. Okay, here also I can navigate to any of the pages. This is called as navigation. So navigation should be easy. Okay, and site structure should be very much you can say easier for a user to find out where to go. So whatever you have to do, whatever the pages you have, so maximum make it 3 clicks away. Don't make like the user to click around 5 or 6 clicks to reach to his desired product or whatever he is searching for. He should not click 4 to 5 times. No, maximum 3 clicks. If you can make it 2 clicks, it is well and fine. If you can make it 3 clicks, very good. If you can make it in 1 click, it is great. And if he is landing on your website directly, you just have to make it maximum 3 clicks. Okay, so that will return it will be very easy for you for user retention, and user experience also will increase. So the user can find the product easily, and there is a lot of chances that user can buy your product, and with that it will not increase your bounce rate, so it will be a positive impact to increase your SEO score as well as ranking. Next we are coming to breadcrumb menus. So as I already told you, these are the breadcrumb menus. Okay, so breadcrumb simply means these are your main navigation part. Okay, mega menu you can say. So from here, if I want to go to, like, this website has only single page. If I am going to, let it be flipkart.com. So in flipkart.com, if I want to go anywhere, all the menus are over here. These are breadcrumbs. Okay, breadcrumb means category. This is one of the category, electronics. These are the subcategories. Okay, then apart from that, you will find all the subcategories and categories within here. In men's part, you will be finding the categories. Okay, footwear, clothing, seasonal wear. These are the categories. Okay, and these are their subcategories. Okay, in women's section, same you will find clothing, ethnic wear, footwear, everything, and there will be subcategories after that. So this is how a breadcrumb should look like. Okay, so these are called as breadcrumbs. It will be very clear to an user. So once he clicks on that, he will be able to know like what are the categories and the subcategories are available in a website. Okay, in the mega menu itself. So it will be easier for him to move from one page to another page. Okay. Next is implement structured data markup. So structured data, I will let you know. So if you are searching for something, let me search for digital marketing institute. Okay, so once I come down, can you see this pointers? You can create of your own. Apart from that, if I'm going down, I'm not finding any of the here. You can see event attack. This is actually not given by anyone. You can create structured data markup. Okay, so how to create that? You just have to type structured data markup tool. Okay, so you will be getting here structured data testing tool. You just have to go there. Okay, you have to type in your website name, whatever the things that you are going to put, like if you want the reviews count or reviews, so you just have to fill up all those information over there. You will be able to generate a code, and you just have to copy paste that code into your HTML of your page. Okay, of the same page. Okay, this is how you have to work out. This is very simple. Okay, you can get it. So you just have to work on it. Okay, so you have to work on this. This will be easy for you to get the rich snippet. So it will provide you, it will create more trust for the user. So that is why this structured data are being used, ratings and reviews. So this we can create as well. Next is canonical URL. So canonical URL is used to prevent copy. Okay, if you have, like, let it be flipkart.com, you have one URL. Can you see here? So if I can write, you can see https:// this is also one of the URL. If I will type www, this is also going to be one of the website. Okay, if I will write only flipkart.com, this is going to be one of the websites. So which one is your main? So these 3 pages. Okay, for one single URL there are 3 pages. So what you have to do, you just have to provide an canonical URL. So how you are going to provide, I'll just let you know. Just give me 1 second. Can you see here? Link equal to rel equal to canonical href and the URL of the page. Okay, so this is how this is how the structure, or you can say a canonical URL should look like. So every page of your website must have this. Okay, so you can just ask your developer, you can just give this one. So you have to say, so this will be the canonical structure. Okay, so what you have to do, you just have to put here the URL of the same web page. So he will put. So if I'm going to go to any other pages also, so it will have different canonical tag. See, this is the fully automatic. It will be the complete. You can see. Okay, this is the canonical URL for this web page. So link equal to rel href equals to the web page, the URL of the website. This is how we have to work on our canonical tag. So you just have to remember this one. You just have to, if you want, you can note it down. Okay, so So this is going to be the canonical URL structure. Okay, you just have to provide this to your developer. If you are a new website, then you have to tell him to put this in all of your website, and this URL will be the URL of the web page, of the same web page wherever you are going. If it is home page, then it will be the URL of the home page. If it is a category page, it will be the URL of the category. If it is a product page, it will be the URL of the product. Okay. Next, we are going to optimize 404 page. Like if you have a lot of 404 page, you just have to remove them first of all. And if you have like some of the times, if you have some issues going on with your page, or if you are working on some page, if it is under maintenance, okay, so you can just give a redirection to another page. Otherwise, you have to work on 404. You must provide some links in the 404 page. Okay, this you have to work on. If any of the website, any of the page in your website is not working, for sure give 404 page. Okay, and give the home page link or any other category page links also, if possible, in the same 404 page. It will give the user to navigate to another page, a chance to user to navigate to another page. Otherwise, he will just bounce out or close the tab. Okay. In this video, we have covered some part of technical SEO. So in the next video, what we are going to see, like how to generate a sitemap, XML sitemap, okay, and check like what is SSL or HTTPS, the secured website, and apart from that, the website loading speed, mobile friendliness, and we will just go through for the all other parts of SEO, technical SEO, like how to implement Google Tag Manager, how to implement Google Analytics, and apart from that, how to verify that you are the owner of the site, like Google Search Console. Okay, how it is used and what is the use of Google Search Console. Alright, and if you haven't followed me on Instagram yet, you can just find the link in the description, so you can just click on the link and follow me over there. So I will update you with all the new updates on digital marketing. Okay, so this is the new channel of mine which I have started just now. You can see this is my channel, and I have just started uploading videos over here. So this is a new channel, so I need your support to grow my channel. Okay, and your likes, your subscribes, and your comments actually helps me to grow my channel. So please go ahead and subscribe to my channel. Okay, and press the bell icon as well, so whenever I'm going to upload any kind of videos on digital marketing, so you will be getting a notification. And if you haven't watched my videos yet for the on page, off page, and what are the components of digital marketing that I'm going to cover in this tutorial, so you can just go to my channel and watch these videos. Okay, so as you will be getting a lot of information about on page SEO and off page SEO as well. So I will try to put some more videos from now onwards. Okay, so please watch these videos, and if you have any doubt, comment in the comment section. Otherwise, you can DM me directly in my Instagram. For sure, I'll get back to you with your with the answers of your doubts. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you so much for watching this video, and keep supporting. Have a great day, guys.